through the KRC power steering start zone. Justin Crider from the Molly Pistons pole gets the jump. Everybody juking and jiving into turn number 1. Matt Craig around the outside trying to get the momentum. He wants to lead lap number 1.
And had a little bit of that same we saw in the late model race. A little bit of caution there to the wind as everybody got through, but everybody made it through unscathed in lap 1.
He's out. It doesn't look like Quapple is a wee bit quicker than Grant Enfinger right now. Last time by, had about a half a tenth on him, and you can visibly see the gap shrinking even from first to second right now.
Yeah, and again,
remember Josh Berry earlier in the late model stock race? The rotors glowing early.
Yep.
Starting to see the exact same thing from Grant Enfinger in the number 96 car.
Yeah, and again, like you said, this is kind of a home game for those guys out of Abington, not too far down the road here.
My hometown. All the while, that pair continuing to reel in Matt Craig.
Yeah, and again, I think this is very synonymous, and for people that watch the late model race, 3 different lanes, that there 3 different grooves that these guys are running right now, and they've accordioned right back to nose to tail here, and they've reeled in Matt Craig.
Well, the good news for Matt Craig is he's 2 laps away from what would be the only competition caution of this night. And he's better hurry because here comes Grant Enfinger. He wants to lead lap number 40.
To the outside as well. That's a power move right there, Tony.
Is there a problem with Matt Craig's car? You saw him low on the racetrack. Is something amiss the CNC Boiler Chevrolet?
Well, he's got some exhaust coming out. I don't know, but he's definitely off the pace.
Maybe. Well, hang on. Here comes Matt Craig down to the attention of the crew. And I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe Lenny Baticki is there. Let's head down to PRN at the Track's host. And Lenny, what you got with Matt Craig?
Well, we've got Matt Craig's father jacking up the rear end of the car. Super Stevie Johns over on the right-hand side of the race car. They're definitely concerned with things at the back end of this race car, and they're taking their time to make sure that it's right.
Grant Enfinger is the control car. Carson Quapple alongside. Oh, look at Bramante sideways on the restart. That was a moment. And race control just said that restart was terrible. But I guess they're going to let it go because that was further back in the pack. The leaders were good. Everything else, well, that's secondary, if you will.
Well, Quapple gets to the lead. He gets around Enfinger, and Jake Garcia's moved to 3rd. Jeff Batten 4th as single file.
Meanwhile, here we go. Garcia underneath of Enfinger for position number 2. Looks like Garcia problems as well, trying to keep the nose down. Just couldn't get that car to turn through center.
Yeah, and a little bit further back, we could see Matt Craig there making his way back to the front as well, side by side. Enfinger. There's that side-by-side battle with Jeff Batten going to the inside of Grant Enfinger, racing for 3rd place as they go into turns 1 and 2.
Batten on the gas, and look who else has caught him. Matt Craig.
Yeah, he's coming.
And there, look at that. I think he'll drive away. The question is, how much ground can he make up in 28 laps?
Well, 3 wide here.
Enfinger's got a problem.
Yep.
Problems for Grant Enfinger. That car off the pace, up the racetrack yet again, and he is going to bring it to the attention of the crew. So problems for Grant Enfinger. Looks like his night may be done. Look at all the brake dust on that white.
Yeah.
That wheel was white, like the right rear to start the night. He's going to bring it down to the attention of the crew. I think
brakes put you out. It's what we're told. Brakes put you out.
We lost brakes about lap 40, but then we had a motor issue there in the end. Started running really hot. I got 260, then I got 280 in 1 lap, so I just brought it in.
Whoa, incident late in before the first caution flag, I should say. And here we go now. Fight for 3rd. Matt Craig muscles around Jeff Batten. And watch out, Jeff Batten may lay the bumper to Matt Craig or may not.
I'm going to have to catch him first.
Now all this happening while Carson Quapple comes off turn 4. White flag is in the air. Jeff Batten tried. He failed. And Carson Quapple will send it into turn number 3 for the final time. Wisconsin by heritage, North Carolinian by residence. He'll win the super late model portion of the Long Run Transportation 225 presented by Food Country USA. Here he comes out of that Corvette parts race car. Carson Quapple, a 2-time winner, or actually 3-time winner this season in the Solid Rock Carriers CARS Tour. Carson, you made it look easy. But what was the turning point of that race for you behind the wheel?
I think for me it was being able to run down Craig in the 96 there in the first run. I was able to get up to second. I was trying to pass the 96, but we both got around Craig, and I thought that was even better. Me and him are in a pretty tight points battle, so I was happy to see that. But I got a really good restart there after that, and I was able to run away with it.
Again, yeah, you made it look easy there. Was there anything that you were having to deal with behind the wheel that maybe we couldn't see? Because we've seen a lot of people fight tight, loose. It seems like we've seen the most unique lines tonight that we've seen all year long. Anything this thing did, or was it that spot on?
It was pretty good. The first run, I thought we were really, really good. I could tell we had a little bit more turn than everyone else, so I was a little nervous towards the end. But it was a little loose. Back end to swing around all the way through the corner, but luckily I was able to have a fast enough race car to get out to a pretty big lead and just be able to ride and control it.
That's Carson Quapple here in Edelbrock Victory Lane.